A much better looking edition this week, if I do say so myself. Addition by subtraction, if you get what I'm saying.
We're expecting a special guest to pop in. I have heard from him.
Beautiful. All right.
So that'll be fun, and I may try to protect myself because we're talking hard-hitting defenders. We've got one planned to stop on the show.
Big news broke just before we came on the show, about 45 minutes prior to us launching here. And that was the commitment of Chaz Chambliss, 4-star outside linebacker from Carrollton High School, out there in Carrollton, Georgia, a little West Georgia action. Not exactly somewhere that Georgia's been drawing from very much. I believe Patrick Garbin said this was the first kid from Carrollton that had committed since Reggie Brown.
Wow.
20 years ago.
West Georgia is owned by Dale McGee. That's really my first reaction to it, is that this is just another pull from Dale McGee in recruiting, and he knows what he's doing on that side of the state. Carrollton has really good athletes, some really good football players. I think you're going to continue to see more players from that Carrollton area find their way to SEC schools. Of
the two outside linebacker commits that they've got in this class, Elijah Judy and now Chaz Chambliss. Chaz is the power guy. Elijah's the speed guy. Elijah probably more adept at that hybrid role, possibly even, dropping into coverage. Some of what we saw Lorenzo Carter do a few years ago, just because he's a little bit more fleet-footed. But I think that when you're talking about Chaz, you're talking about a guy who's a third down specialist.
It looks like Amarlo Herrera is joining our podcast, and we're excited to have him on
here. Even very nice.
But I do want to give you a chance. Just tell people what you're doing right now.
So I'm doing financial planning right now, working with a lot of teachers, athletes, former athletes, just doing my thing and trying to find, my niche in the financial world.
How much would a guy like you have liked to have had that opportunity when you were in college? I mean, how big could that have been?
I definitely would have loved to have that opportunity. Everybody else is basically getting paid for the hard work and, the labor that you put in. And then people talk about the school aspect of things. Yeah, the school aspect is good, but to be compensated in some type of way for it while you still getting the schooling, that's the the icing on top.
From your era, Ty Gurley, I want to know, when he signed with the Falcons and you all saw see this happen, he may have told you beforehand, what was your group text like?
Well, I was one of the few that I already knew about it happening. So I was excited once I knew, and then the group knew the day before, and so it was all excited because most of us are in Atlanta anyway, and we grew up here and we're from Georgia, so it was kind of exciting to finally see someone, who you bond with, who you friends with on the Falcons.
One thing I noted when I was looking at some stuff on your background before you came on today was the WWE tryout. I really want to know less about the tryout. What was your finishing move going to be? What would Amarlo Herrera's finishing move be in the ring?
I didn't come up with one by then, but me and a friend of mine was joking, and he's an older guy. He was like, "Hey, your finishing move gonna be the Cuban missile."
Ip Crook says in the YouTube comments that Roddy's not here, so that means here come the commitments.
As always, man. Listen, there's nothing that guarantees that I'm going to have to work harder than my boss not working at all.